Hi Seema. Seema, are you able to hear me?
Hey Rohit. Yeah,
Okay, cool. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. So, we are really glad to have you for Cloud Community Days.
Thank you.
This session is being recorded from the morning itself, from morning around 10:30, and you're about seventh speaker for today's session.
Yes.
Cool. So, going further, you can quickly introduce about yourself and the topic you are going to talk about, and you can also share your screen so that I can present it on screen.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, Seema, you are
Hey
live.
everyone. I hope you and your family are safe. I am Seema Saharan. I am a mentor and a contributor to some open source projects like GitLab QA. I love to learn new things every day, and if I could help someone, I would be the happiest person ever. And did you ever heard about containers? Did you Google this word ever? And do you know what it does and why am I here and giving this talk? So let's dive into the world of containers. So back in the time, we were using large RAMs to store some amount of data. But as the technology evolved, we were using the size keeps getting smaller. This is similar to the virtual machines, and then moving on to the containers. Containers are lightweight machines, or you can say just enough operating system. Many tools like Docker, Podman, Linux container provide containerization. So, well, I'm using Docker for the past 2 years, and I love this product, and I love using it for deploying my images and building new images and accessing the images from Docker Hub. You can also access any image from the website that is hub.docker.com. Docker has gained its popularity from 2013 to 2017. But you know, the IT industry keeps evolving and it needs the latest technologies. So, why is Docker not so popular now? It is because it has some drawbacks, like cons. A single process could be a single point of failure. Heavy daemons are used. Building containers led to security vulnerabilities. Docker operations can only be performed by root users. So if you are not a root user, Docker can't be used. So let me walk you through about Open Container Initiative. Well, it's a Linux Foundation project to design open standards for operating system level virtualization. Talking about Docker and OCI, there are some myths in the market. Here, John is trying to tell Justin the OCI specification is used by Docker, but it represents only about 5% of the code and the small part or of the Docker platform concerned with the runtime behavior of a container and the layout of a container image. So don't get confused about OCI and Docker. So this is a funny picture, right? Uh, but what is this about? Any idea? Let me tell you. The Docker daemon is a service that runs on your host operating system. It currently only runs on Linux because it has some dependency on several Linux kernel features. The Docker client talks to the Docker daemon, which does the heavy lifting of building, running, and distributing your Docker containers. We don't want that, right? We want our work to be easy and efficient. So, hashtag no big fat demons. So, in this slide, you can see the timeline for container innovation. Back in the time, we were using Linux containers in 2008. Then we moved to OpenShift, and then Docker came into the market, and then Kubernetes, Archity. The OCI project is launched, and then Skopeo, Mobi, Buildah, Cryo, and Podman. You must be wondering what these are. Why there is a dog and seals and a spyglass with a hat. Well, Podman works with the containers and can also work with a group of containers that are deployed on the same host. And here's an interesting fact. Group of seals are also called as pods, hence the awesome logo we have here. Skopeo is a Greek word for remote viewing, hence it is the logo here. And Buildah is a command line tool for building OCI compatible images quickly and easily. Buildah builds, Podman runs, and Skopeo transfers the container images. These open source tools are being managed by the container organization on GitHub. The functionality of Buildah and Podman are has some overlap, but the separation of core responsibilities are maintained. So Skopeo was the first breakaway. Skopeo is a tool for moving container images between different types of container storage. It allows you to copy container images between container registry like docker.io, quay.io, and your internal container registry of different types of container storage. You can also store the container images in your local registry. But one of the best things about Skopeo is you don't have to be a root user to execute it. And you don't need to store the images locally if you are just copying one container to the other. Skopeo doesn't require a daemon. We have talked about the daemon, heavy daemons that are being used by Docker, but Skopeo is not using them, so it is the advantage of Skopeo. Skopeo is being used all over the world to move container images. It is used in CI/CD system to keep container registry up to date, as well as loading up container images storage for all different kinds of container. So this meme is very famous, and you must relate to this. If you are using Docker and you get to know about Podman, then it will be very fascinating to you that you will most probably use Podman. Okay. So now Podman. Why is it so popular? Podman is a daemonless and open source. It means everyone can contribute to it and it will make the product better. It is also a Linux native tool that is designed to make it easy to find, run, build, share, and deploy applications with OCI images. It has no daemon. It share the state with Cryo, default container CLI in RHEL8. So if you want to use any container tool in RHEL8, you will be surprised that RHEL8 is using Podman by default, not Docker. So the company is also using this. Okay. So this is a funny picture. I don't know where Bob the Builder is, but yes. Now, using Podman with OCI file or Docker file input is a common way to build containers from base image. However, this building containers with Buildah provides better control over layer creation and image contents. Buildah can be used to create images in two different ways, using subcommands to modify contents and using host tools to modify a container file system. Either you can build the uh, images from scratch or you can use Dockerfile to create it. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for listening to my talk. I hope you have had a good time, and I'll be happy to see if you guys start working on these tools. Thank you. If there is any question, I will be happy to help.